You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to get mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No R&R, the bar is raised. If you know me, know I can bar for days. Nothing to prove, cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more?
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. Here's Jake Moody to get this one kicked off. And off we go from Santa Clara. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, and there's a big hit right away. He is knocked down hard on the opening kickoff. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Right to the air goes Daniels. Oh, what an inauspicious start. It's intercepted. Picked off by Charvarius Ward.
An opening play call like that, Mike, has exactly one goal. Let's connect on something early and quiet this home crowd. But all they did was energize them. I mean, listen to this place after that interception. They're feeding into it. They're giving this offense extra momentum as they now take the field.
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Purdy works out of the pistol. Downfield, and it's caught by Ayuk. And he's into the end zone. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown, San Francisco.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch, but the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback, and then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills, and wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Now pass deep for McLaurin. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down. Right side, catch made by McLaurin. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Third and long, and here's Daniels. Trying to make a play out of the pocket, couldn't do it. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tarvarius Ward. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream, a pick six for touchdown. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception, and now Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick six.
And Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick six.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Daniels now on first down. Now pass deep for McLaurin. Oh, he puts another ball up for grabs, and this one's also intercepted. Picked off by Jair Brown.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got
now from the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. Here's Jake Moody to get this one kicked off. And off we go from Santa Clara. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's first and 10. First carry for Joe Mixon. And a nice run to start out. 6 yards on the first play of the game. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stroud. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Man in motion, it's Diggs. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. 2nd down and 8. Here's Stroud. This one intercepted. Picked off by Diamador Lenore. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. You get the ball to start the game.
Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Your spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the
Well, they don't call them the faithful for nothing, Brock. Fans numbering 70,000 strong have made the trek to Santa Clara, and they're ready to cheer on their 49ers here at Levi's Stadium. Will Reichert has it all teed up. And off we go in Santa Clara. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. He'll cobble together a yard there. That's Harrison Phillips there for the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Reeled in by George Kittle. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Now a give, it's McCaffrey headed right. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Deebo Samuel. And they make the tackle at the 38. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They'll try it right with McCaffrey. And he'll take it ahead down to the 33. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Jonathan Bullard with the stop. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
McCaffrey on 3rd down. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. That one gains 7. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
From the gun is Purdy. He brings it in. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. Time to get the 2nd quarter going. The 49ers set up inside the red zone. They'll run here. It's McCaffrey. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. He gets him 3, and this brings up 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
McCaffrey can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Where you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
McCaffrey trying to punch it in. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The 49ers get the game's first points here in the 2nd. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Now the 49ers deciding to keep the offense on the field. They're going for 2. He's throwing for it. And that's brought in for 2, Brock. That's going to put him up 8-0. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody.
Never seen me twice. What
And
a
it
hole.
bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First carry here for Aaron Jones. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Working quickly here. First down, and they go right back to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Takes the handoff, now to throw. As a man, Justin Jefferson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 32 on that play. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. So the big play has them well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. They go play action on 1st. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Darnold. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Charvarius Ward picks it off. And the 49ers take possession just shy of midfield following the interception and the lengthy return.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that first down marker.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a 49er first down. Now it's McCaffrey. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Play action now with Purdy. That throw finds Kittle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. All set up now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. And got his man, that's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers will add to their lead at the end of the half. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
So the 49ers once again going for 2. Throwing it just before halftime. And he secures it in the end zone, so their lead grows to 16-zip. Wow, they really have this defense on its heels, Brock. Still the opening half, but a couple of touchdowns now, and a perfect 2 for 2 on 2-point tries.
Yeah, this defense, they're picking up the scraps. They're not doing anything well. This offense, though, they sure are. Scoring touchdowns and then 2-point conversions to top it off. You know, part of the reason you don't see this a lot, Kate, is you only have so many 2-point plays in the arsenal, and they're using them here very early.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Here comes the final play of our first half. One final shot before halftime. He's going to push one deep down the right. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The kicker, Jake Moody's got it teed up, and we are underway now from Santa Clara. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Right to the air goes Nix. And his first look is incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Nix. That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Here's Nix. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Diablo.
what you got, just give me that. Just give me that. Just give me that, give me that. Just give me that. I don't care what you got, just give me that. Stand to attention, I come to mention. Now we're gonna take you in a different direction. That's the way we rock and make them move them body. We got those over there asking for selfies. This time I got to say no. Don't try to pull down my bandana. Can't let you ruin my shoes. Then I hear them say, turn around, shoot it. Turn around, shoot it. Shoot it, turn around, shoot it. Now turn around. I don't care what you got, just give me that. Just give me that.
Next to the beautiful San Francisco Bay, 40 miles from where Candlestick Park once stood. We're at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And off we go in Santa Clara. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Lamar off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. Launching deep down the right side. Wide open, downfield. Got it! Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. They send him left out of the slot. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Buys time, rolling right. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Slot receiver headed left. Another try following the sack. Complete Derrick Henry. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Offense up to the line fast. Turning to Henry on 3rd. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Offense in the hurry up here. Running for it. Here's Henry. And this time they won't surrender anything. They wrap him up at the line. And they make the tackle. I'm not sure that was an advisable gamble in this spot, Brock, as they turn it over on downs. The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. Blast through midfield. Reaches the 30. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Could have been 7 if they tried the point after, but instead, they only call on him to boot this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Man in motion, out of the slot. The drive begins with Henry. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Tackle made by Jair Brown. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. That's taken in by Henry. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Working quickly here. On 4th down, snap to Jackson. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively?
Oh, all the fans over.
I put the new 4Gs on the G. I dip into the bloody bottoms is underneath. Cause I'm got it out the streets. I keep 100 racks inside my jeans. I remember hitting them all with the whole team. Now I can't answer calls cause I'm balling. I was waking up getting racks in the morning. I was broke, now I'm rich, deep, salty. All this designer on my body got me drip, drip. Hey, straight up out the objects, I'm a big. If I got up, I'ma sip. I run the racks up with my queen, like London and Nip. But I got rich on all these, I didn't forget back. I had to go through the struggle, I didn't forget that. I hopped inside of the Maybach and now I can sit back. Deep, know me now.
Well, they don't call them the faithful for nothing, Bronk. Fans numbering 70,000 strong have made the trek to Santa Clara, and they're ready to cheer on their 49ers here at Levi's Stadium. Ready to get this game started, here's Eddie Pinheiro. And off we go in Santa Clara. Starting from the 5. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And this one doesn't go far. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. From the 37. Kittle brings it in. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A run with McCaffrey. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 now. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
On 3rd and short, McCaffrey. He has the 1st and still going past the 35. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. So that right there, exactly what you're looking for in the opening drive of a game.
And these opening drives are tone setters. You come out flat, maybe you go 3 and out, Sometimes there's a carryover effect, Kate, but here, they were sharp, they were crisp, and they grabbed the early lead.
It's cut for 2, and that's going to be an 8-0 lead. Really a dream start at home for this team. They add on the 2-point try, and they are quickly up 8-0.
So much game left, but they trusted that even if the conversion failed, they could make up those points over the course of the game. But even more than that, Kate, what they've done now to this home crowd to get them off their seats, I can't wait to hear the volume when the defense hits the field.
They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Sending a receiver left. First play, and Young's gonna pass. Cuffs, this is Xavier Leggett. And he's gonna get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They bring Thielen in motion right. 2nd and 1. He's gonna try to drop it in deep right. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. And the 49ers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with a pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Purdy gets this from the pistol. Throwing the out route complete. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. They just get the play on. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. 8-0 is our score. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Now a give, McCaffrey. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. From the gun is Purdy. Brought in by Ayuk near the sideline. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And he only manages one, couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, San Francisco! So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
He's throwing for it! And they've got it! Caught in the end zone, and now the lead is 16-0. Worked so well the first time. Hey, why not go right back to it? See if you can be successful again. They do, and they are.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because you almost feel the confidence, right? Like if you get it the first time, you're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure, and if you get it, well, you gain even more confidence and make that opponent think that much more.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They put a receiver in motion here left. To the air on 1st down, Young. That one's cut along the left sideline. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The Panthers facing a deficit near the break. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They bring Thielen in motion right. Here's Young on 1st and 10. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Carolina. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how.
And he goes down, the pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. 1st and 10 from the 41. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They stick with McCaffrey. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Back to McCaffrey on 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. He's on the move. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Purdy trying on 4th down. That throw finds Kittle.
Damn.
And he's tackled for a short gain. And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Young on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again following the sack. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. They motion a receiver left. 3rd and long, Young. He puts everything behind this one. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. He was looking Xavier Leggett's way there. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say to him like that.
rain, come with the bang. What you gonna do? 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 Open up. Open up. What you gonna do?
I'm on a Sony lot, eating a lot of chips, stacking a lot of guap. If I get it the pop, my mom get a coupe, my mom get a lot of rocks. I ain't got to mouth, let that in the past. My foot on the gas, the floor elevator, we face them and brad. How you want deposit the memo of cash? Red like yellow, like green, like gold. The events, I take the bank home, but I won't keep quiet. I'm in it. Yeah, my best friend cut, want me alone. Let my bitches happy your home, and I blah 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 blah. I'm a businessman, so I give her a loan now. 3 pumps in the chain from the Homer. Hurt, get Bucky a goner. Hurt, get Bucky a goner.
Next to the beautiful San Francisco Bay, 40 miles from where Candlestick Park once stood. We're at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And we're off from Levi's Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Herbert throwing right away. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down.
I know this staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Play action now for Herbert. That's a catch for Hayden Hurst. They get 22 on that one. And it brings up an LA first down.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Chargers first down.
Herbert now. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Dre Greenlaw picks it off. Well, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
He's got to gain a 6 there. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. Ask that running back to come up with more than he's used to on third down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly, but he sure made that one look routine.
First down throw by Purdy. Into the hands of Kittle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. So through one, this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. They'll try it right with McCaffrey. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Purdy on first down. Hits him on the out route. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
On second down, here's McCaffrey. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Another big rip for him. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The 49ers with a chance to break this tie. Going jumbo set on this first and goal. They'll run here. It's McCaffrey. And he stopped just a little short of the goal line. He's down to the 2. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's second and goal. McCaffrey. And he's in for the touchdown. The 49ers get some late points and the lead. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Now the 49ers deciding to keep the offense on the field. They're going for 2. And that's brought in for 2, Brock. That's going to put them up 8-0.
You know, we tend to say this all the time, and I'll say it yet again, Kate. Big targets in the red zone are an enormous advantage. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, it went right to him for the conversion.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Herbert. His quick throw knocked away in. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So it's second down coming up. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. It's a 21-yard gain, and the Chargers will have a first. Now Herbert to throw. Completed here to Johnston. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. They go play action. Here's Herbert. On target to Dobbins. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Escapes the pocket. He's got it near the 8. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. For a second, looked like the Chargers offense was coming off, but no. Coaches say, stay out there. We're going for 2. On the move, headed right. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points. So they try to match 8 points with 8 points, partner, but no luck on the conversion. They stay down 2.
You know, Kate, some people prefer to take the extra point right there. Others prefer to try and keep pace. There is a lot of game left to make up those 2 points. I'll tell you this, when you get it the first time around and you're in that lead, you can see how it puts the pressure on the other to perform.
First and 10 now from the 30. Now a give. It's McCaffrey headed right. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Stopped by Deion Henley. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
That's a 30-yard line.
Back to throw it. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's McCaffrey. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
McCaffrey on the handoff. He's tackled at the 32-yard line. On the pickup.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Huh? What time is it?
The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Kittle brings it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now it's McCaffrey. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he gets this forward to the 19. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Oh no.
Going run again with McCaffrey. And they make the stop, but a lot closer to the end zone now. He got it to
Falling
the
asleep.
11. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Oh yeah, he go. I think again. You gotta just pour some of that water, a bottle of water on it.
From the gun is Purdy. He brings it in. He has the San Francisco touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could...
Into a crowd, and intercepted! Derwin James picks it. And the Chargers will take over at their own 5 following the interception.
Chargers 6.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Herbert now off the play fake. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Back to the air, Herbert. And the 49ers get there and take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. The Chargers have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find his tight end. So that brings up 4th and long.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the 49ers will go on offense. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Going with McCaffrey on the ground. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap for Purdy. That throw finds Kittle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. All right, set now, 1st and 10. On the give, it's McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco! The 49ers go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That's the 3rd time they've gone for 2, and now their 2nd conversion, so they've done pretty well in that spot today, partner.
Oh, come on, Kate. You know better than that. Even though they're 2 for 3, you know what every old salty coach is going to say.
You should have gotten all 3 of them.
Bingo! Any team that's willing to go for it expects to find success every single time.
That was my old coach. I thought it was pretty good. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They're going play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Chargers down by 16. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Escapes out to the left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Here he is to throw. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And that brings up 4th and long.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Desperation time here on 4th. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. A touchdown all but gifted to them here as they take over 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Hits the end zone for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers have likely locked up the win right there. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
He's throwing for it! And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails.
I've heard great receiver coaches say, watch your fingers wrap around the ball. You know, it's pretty clear he should have had that one, and he didn't get the job done. And 2 points, well, they're left on the table.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. That's complete. It's the rookie from Georgia. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
One play in, and this drive is already in enemy territory. 1st and 10, Herbert. That one's caught along the left sideline. Touchdown, Los Angeles! The Chargers get it back to within 2 possessions. Ladd McConkey with a touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Chargers, 14.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And this run gets across the 20 to about the 21. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On 3rd down, Purdy. That's caught for the 1st. He pushes it up across the 30 before going out. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
A run with McCaffrey. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their 1st. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. That throw was looking for Brandon Ayuk. So second down coming up.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
He beams one deep right side. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Third and long for him here. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Chargers make one of their best plays at the end, coming up with the interception on our final snap of the game.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Both feds in the state wanna see my knee. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not me. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, hit before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall and shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah, what other southern rapper hooded than this? I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the bricks. You talk about, now we're doing it quick. Look you in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I caught the thrown out, hard talk, career to shine. I got some time, they ain't I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow. Harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I release my soul, now they taking pictures of it.
Eyes on the prize, it's my last order. 5:45, the lights on us. Fries for the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. You know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eddie Pinheiro about set to get us going, and we are underway here in Charlotte. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First play, and Purdy wants to throw it. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. I think defensively,
you already have food.
Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they
Every time you see somebody else do something, you want to do the same thing.
That's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offensive
she already hit 8 too.
Every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Where's the news of that thing?
And not quite sure what just happened there, other than we do know that he spiked the football on first down.
Yeah, yeah. Put that, you gotta go to bed, boy. Y'all gotta go to bed, sleep, man. Oh, y'all gotta go to bed, man. Y'all had food already? Y'all still eating?
It's out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug of war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
We'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. Into the red zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. Now the 49ers will line up for a 2-point conversion. Purdy to throw it. And this is going to be caught in the end zone. Love the aggressiveness here. They're already up 8-0. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers throwing to start it off. He's got the hook up to Davante Adams. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. To throw is Rodgers. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Wanted to fit that one into Davante Adams. That brings up 2nd down.
Y'all, I don't know why y'all get extra food. Y'all already had something.
Rodgers to throw.
Huh?
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
He did.
And that
Chicken
pushes
nugget.
him back.
Oh, the food's still in the fridge. Go get the food that's in the fridge, brother, man. Round the food up. Put that back in there.
Drive as a defense, and now we
Go get the chicken nugget in the fridge.
The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
3rd and long, Rodgers. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I think it's fair to say.
Go get the chicken fries and finish eating the chicken fries.
We were looking at the big game. We missed opportunity to push their offense in a great play on the other side.
In the refrigerator. Go get them on the refrigerator and eat.
They'll go for it, Rodgers. And it falls incomplete.
Come on, Bill there.
And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now again, McCaffrey. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinnen Williams. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
At the 47-yard line.
Purdy gets this from the pistol. That finds Ayuk, complete. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. They've got first down from the 31.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he has it down officially to the red zone.
Pick that stuff up you throwing on the ground.
That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Oh, y'all got to take a bath. No, open that thing up.
They stick with McCaffrey. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. So before they can get set and snapped, the clock runs out on quarter one. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. Time to get the second quarter going. The 49ers set up inside the red zone. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Well, the QB right there, he put it pretty close to the sidelines to begin with. And the defender, well, that was a nice job. Just simply put a hand out there and let me just encourage the ball to fall incomplete.
3rd and short, here's Purdy. And got his man, that's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers grow their lead to 14-0. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
They'll try it on the ground. And he made the line of scrimmage, but not that goal line. Defense there to shut down that 2-point attempt. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Rodgers here from the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Looking out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Roll left side, taken in by Adams. Gets it to the 15. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. Zerline with the extra point. And the Jets chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. They'll come up 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Pretty obvious, this defense, and they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
Pretty throwing here on first. Caught by Deebo Samuel. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Jets' 13-yard line.
They'll try it right with McCaffrey. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Back to the well again. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
From the gun is Purdy. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers will add to their lead at the end of the half. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
He's throwing for it, and he's got it. They get the conversion, and that's going to extend their lead.
Quarterback's best friend, big targets in the red zone. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, it went right to him for the conversion.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Back to throw it. This will be caught by Adams. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Throwing it just before halftime. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's out of bounds just inside the red zone. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Out to kick it away, here's Moody. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Sideline shot is snagged by Corley. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. Rodgers will look to throw. Has a man. It's Tyler Conklin. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. He'll get this one to Adams. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. First down from the red zone. He completes it in traffic. And in, touchdown, New York. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Now the Jets keeping the offense on the field. They're going to go for 2. Throwing once again, Rodgers. This is caught. And he's almost there, but no! They stop him at the last moment. Wow, he's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion. So we've got ourselves a 9-point game now as they'll kick this off. Samuel now to return it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Chased out to his right. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. No luck finding George Kittle with that one. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Reeled in by George Kittle. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
You know, Kay, that is the epitome of trust right there. Right, when the ball is let out of his hands, I think everybody on the sidelines in the stadium went, because you throw it in double coverage. And you may question the decision, but it's tough to challenge you when it produces results like that.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Now it's Purdy. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. That was intended for Deebo Samuel. And now they face 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing now from the gun. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Play action now with Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Even if this QB knew from the very get-go somebody be waiting for him, there's no chance he was going to salvage that play. I'd be surprised if he even got a second to look upfield before he was greeted with the big old open arms for an easy sack.
And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a 1st. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. 1st down throw by Rodgers. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second, and incompletion is still pretty good, too.
2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here he is on 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why. And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose. That's cut beyond the marker. And they can't jump to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
You throw it in the middle of the field, it's all about anticipation and accuracy. I mean, those are the 2 keys all the time in my book, Kate. But when you throw it in the middle of the field with all of the traffic, that's where guys with great anticipation and that tremendous accuracy come to life.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Hall's going to try to smash his way in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Rodgers set to pass. Drops back. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. To throw is Rodgers. And he will score. Touchdown, New York! The Jets have cut it to a 3-point game here in the 4th. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play, yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used the pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw, and he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
And he gets into the end zone. That lead is now whittled down to a single point. No dice the first time they tried it, but this time, Brock, the 2-point conversion is successful.
Just felt like they were waiting for the right opportunity to try it once again. Not only to make up for the first attempt, but establish a little confidence from this spot. And who knows, maybe we'll have a 2-pointer that plays a bigger role when this thing's all said and done.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And a short gain only as he gets up to the 37. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And that carry gets him up to the 44 on a solid gain. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. On 3rd and short, McCaffrey. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the 2nd one used by the defense in this half.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
He's back to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
And he's taken down at the 30. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll give the Jets a first down. Play action with Rodgers. Throwing deep for the end zone. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Jair Brown has it. And the 49ers make the play that should win them this game. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. No one around. He's got space. Cuts it to the right sideline. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost in a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish this series off.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down after a decent game. It's a pickup of 5, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
McCaffrey. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So now, massive moment coming up for the 49ers as they go for 2.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point.
Setting up to pass. And he has it in the end zone, and that might just be the decider, folks. It is now a 2-score game. That is their 3rd conversion this game. They haven't been shy on the confidence to go for it or to back it up once it's snapped.
I love that word, confidence. And I love being in a huddle and you can feel it. When you're on offense that feels like you can't be stopped, you can't wait to say, ready, break. No matter what the situation or circumstance is, in 3 conversions, that's job well done.
At their own 30-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers here off the play action. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Jair Brown has it.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now a give. It's McCaffrey headed right. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
So the 49ers earn the win in this one. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the 49ers, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.
should, man. Point, baby. Do what I could, man. Point, baby. Do what I should.